Hello everyone. All my dear students, we had seen the JK flip-flop. First we had seen the normal JK flip-flop. That JK flip-flop is constructed by using the normal RS flip-flop and the two AND gates. After that we had seen the same JK flip-flop by using the NAND gate. The clock JK flip-flop we can say. Okay, normally the JK flip-flop is considered with the clock and it is constructed with the clock because it is having some applications and that applications are by using the clock pulse. Okay, whenever we read the JK flip-flop, then that JK flip-flop is the clock JK flip-flop. Okay, now we have seen the clock JK flip-flop. If you not seen that video lecture, then you get the link in the description box as well as in the playlist of our channel. Also I will provide at the I button. Okay, so the JK flip-flop we had seen, if we consider its truth table, then we get one condition and that condition is the different. That condition is we call as the toggle condition. Okay, so in this video lecture we have to see the advantage of the JK flip-flop and the disadvantage of the JK flip-flop, or we can say the clock JK flip-flop, and we will see how to overcome from the drawback or the disadvantage. Okay, so for the advantage here we consider its truth table. So in truth table what we put? We put the inputs and that inputs are clock input, then next one is the J input, then the K input. Okay, these are the inputs. After that we get the output and we consider the output condition. That output condition is the Qn plus 1, and here we write down the condition of the flip-flop. Here the input clock is equals to 0. Clock is equals to 0. Whatever the value of this J and K, what we get? We get here the output is the Qn, means the previous state. We write down here the last state or the Qn, and here what we get? Here the condition is we call as the no change condition. In short, I am going to write down it NC. Then next, the clock pulse is equals to 1. The clock pulse is equals to 1 and the J is equals to 0, K is also equals to 0. Again, we get the condition, that condition is the previous condition, previous state of the flip-flop, and here we can say the output is the Qn. It remains in the same state. Okay, so again we get the condition that is the no change condition. These input conditions are similar to the previous all flip-flop which we had seen. The clock pulse is equals to 1. J is equals to 0 and K is equals to 1. This is the third combination we can apply. The output we get, that output is the Qn plus 1, or we can say only the Q. That output Q is equals to 0, and this condition of the flip-flop is what we call it is a reset condition. When the clock pulse is equals to 1, J is equals to 1 but the K is equals to 0. The clock pulse is equals to 1, J is 1, K is 0. Then we get here the output Q or Qn plus 1 is equals to 1. And here this condition is what we call this condition as a set condition. Now the next input combination. The clock is equals to 1. The clock is equals to 1. Here J is equals to 1 and K is equals to 1. The clock is equals to 1, J is equals to 1 and K is equals to 1. What we get here? We get here the Qn bar, the opposite state of the previous state. This condition is we call as the toggle condition. This condition is we call as the toggle condition. So this toggle condition we get, and this toggle condition is advantage because in normal RS flip-flop we get the raise condition or the invalid condition, and here we get the toggle condition. But why it is advantageous? This is the different than the normal flip-flop. But why this toggle condition is the important and why it is advantageous? For that here we draw the clock pulse and we apply the input and see what happens. Okay, so I am going to erase this truth table. You keep in mind this truth table, or you can write down in your notebook and then apply while I am going to draw its waveform. The waveform is also called as a timing diagram. Okay, so I am going to draw the timing diagram. Here the clock pulse is there, and you know very well the nature of the clock pulse. Here this is the clock pulse which we are going to apply. This is the clock pulse having high time and the low time. It is one high time T on, and here it is the T off, or we can say the high time and the low time. Okay, so here for one clock pulse we see what output we get. Okay, so here this is the clock input, and here the output we consider. Initially the output Q n plus 1, or you can say Q is equals to 0. Initially Q is equals to 0. It means the flip-flop is in the set condition. Now we apply the input at this particular point. At this particular time instant, we apply the input. The inputs are J equals to K equals to 1. The last condition in our truth table. J is equals to 1, K is equals to 1. Both are 1, 1. And the clock pulse is equals to 1. Now the clock pulse is equals to 1. At this particular point, here the output toggles to the opposite state. Means here the output Q is equals to 1. Now the on time of the clock pulse is complete at this particular point. Okay. Now at this point, the clock pulse is equals to 0. We had seen the first condition. When the clock pulse is equals to 0, whatever the value of the J and K, what we got? We got there is a no change condition. The flip-flop remains in the no change condition. So therefore the flip-flop having the high output Q is equals to 1. The flip-flop is in the set condition. After this clock pulse is equals to 0, here we get the same state, but the provision is J and K are equals to 1. So here we get there is a set condition, means here again the Q output is equals to 1. Now at this particular point, here the condition is again same. J is equals to 1, K is equals to 1, and the clock pulse is equals to 1. At this particular point, the clock pulse is equals to 1, and here the flip-flop changes its state from high to the low state, means here we get there is a low state. Now when this clock pulse completes its on time, at this there is a low input, and as we know, when the clock pulse is low, it produces not produce any change, means the flip-flop remains in the no change condition, means here again we get the low output. Now see here, for one cycle of the clock pulse, we got here the half cycle. For 2 cycle, here this one is the first cycle and this one is the second cycle. For the 2 cycles, for the 2 pulses, here we get only 1 pulse, because from this point to this point there is only 1 pulse. So therefore here this condition, this happens because of the condition. That condition is we call as the toggle condition. But someone can say here it changes its state from the high state to the low state, or you can say set to the reset condition. Then why it is advantageous? Why it is important? This is important because we are using this JK flip-flop for the construction of the next circuit, and that circuit is we call as the divide by 2 circuit, and we can use this in also the next one important application, that is we call the counter, which counts the number of the clock pulses. Here if the input clock frequency is 1 kilohertz, if the input clock frequency is the 1 kilohertz, then output frequency is only 0.5 kilohertz, or we can say the 500 hertz. It divides the clock frequency by 2. So therefore here this is possible to count the number of the clock pulses. This can be used in the digital counter. Okay, so this is the advantage. What is the advantage? The advantage of the JK flip-flop, the clock JK flip-flop is what? The toggle condition, and due to toggle condition here we can construct the circuit. That circuit is the counter circuit. We can count the number of the clock pulses, or in other hand we can say the JK flip-flop can be used to construct the divide by 2 circuit, and for that here one special type of flip-flop we can construct, and that flip-flop is we call as the T type flip-flop. T means toggle, means that flip-flop having only one state, and that state is the toggle state. It switches in between the low and the high state. Okay, so this is the advantage. Now what is the disadvantage? Here it have the advantage, but it also have the disadvantage. For that here once again we see the same waveform, same timing diagram, but we make a small change in that diagram. Okay, so I am going to draw once again the clock frequency, clock pulse, and we see its output condition. Okay, so here suppose we have this clock pulse applied to the JK flip-flop. This clock pulse having the long high time period. It having the long high time period. We consider the two time instant T1 here at this particular point, and the time instant T2. Okay, T1 and the T2 time instant. This is the clock pulse. Now the output we consider here, this is the output Q, or you can say the Qn plus 1 as we seen in the truth table. Okay, so Q output is there, and here the condition is J equals to K equals to 1. The condition is J equals to K equals to 1, and the clock pulse is having the long high time period. Okay, now we consider here one concept. If we consider the digital circuitry, whatever the logic gate is there, whatever the flip-flop is there, whatever the digital circuit is there, all those digital circuit requires a small time to change its output from high to low or low to high. Okay, it requires a small time. That time we denote by using the TP. Okay, now at this particular point, when the J is equals to 1 and K is equals to 1, we consider J and K are permanently connected to the logic 1. Okay, now here the input clock is applied, and here when the clock pulse goes high, here the output Q changes from 0 to 1. Why it changes from 0 to 1? Because this JK flip-flop having a toggle property. It changes its state to the opposite state. So here at this particular point, it changes its state to the opposite state naturally, but it takes a small time to change. So J equals to 1, K equals to 1, clock pulse is equals to 1, and this time is a very small time denoted by using the TP, propagation time, or we can say the time required to change this output state of the flip-flop. Okay, so here the output of the flip-flop switches from low to high. Why it switches from low to high? Because when J is equals to 1, K equals to 1, the output is the Qn bar. Qn is the previous state, and the Qn bar is the opposite of the previous state. Previous state is low, so opposite of previous state is what? It is 1. So at this particular point, the output becomes high, means flip-flop goes into the set condition. Okay, now as soon as the flip-flop goes into the set condition, the outputs are changed, and the change outputs are applied back to the input. And as we know, in toggle condition, the output depends on the application. Output depends on the previous state. Okay, so here as soon as this output goes high, the outputs are provided back to the input. If you have the logic diagram, you can apply the same concept. Okay, so as the output goes high, again the outputs are fed back to the input. Q is applied to the lower gate and Q bar is applied to the upper gate. So here its output again changes to the low state. It changes to the Qn bar. Okay, Qn is 1 and Qn bar is what? Qn bar is equals to 0. So as the output changes from 1 to 0, then the outputs are applied back to the input, and again the output changes to the high state. Means the flip-flop continuously toggles as the clock pulse is equals to 1 and the clock pulse is equals to 0. The clock pulse is equals to 0 at the time instant t2. Here we cannot define this state of the flip-flop. Either the flip-flop goes into the set condition or in reset condition, because the output of the flip-flop continuously changing from set to reset, set to reset. It toggles in between set and reset. So at this particular time instant, at here we cannot define, at t2 we cannot define the state of the flip-flop, and this condition is what we call, this condition is we call as the race around condition. This condition is we call as the race around condition, and here this is the major drawback of the JK flip-flop, or you can say the clock JK flip-flop. We got the toggle condition, but because of this toggle condition we cannot define the output at the T2 output after completion of the clock pulse. So here this condition is we call as the toggle condition. Okay, means here there is a toggle condition and there is a race around condition. This condition is we call race around condition. Simply in few lines we can say the JK flip-flop is having the major disadvantage or major drawback, and that major drawback is we call as the race around condition. We can write down the two more lines. When the J is equals to 1, K is equals to 1 and clock pulse having the long high time period, means it have the long high time period, means clock pulse CLK equals to 1 for the long time. At this time instant T1, the flip-flop changes to the opposite state, but it takes a small time to change. So when it changes here, the outputs are fed back again to the input. So therefore here at the end of the clock pulse we cannot define either the output Q is in set condition or in reset condition. Okay, so this is we call race around condition. Now how we can overcome this drawback? We have the toggle property, and that toggle property is important, but due to the same toggle property we have here the race around condition. But the question is how we can overcome. So to overcome from this race around condition, the two solutions are there. First one is either we have to change the state of the flip-flop, we have to toggle the flip-flop at the edge, like the edge triggering, means we can use the clock JK flip-flop. Instead of the clock JK flip-flop we can use the edge triggered JK flip-flop. It may be positive edge triggered or it may be a negative edge triggered. Or the second solution is there. This race around condition is because of the feedback applied back to the input, the outputs applied back to the input. So if we isolate the inputs, if we isolate the outputs from the input, then this toggle property we get, but there is no race around condition, and this is observed in one flip-flop. That flip-flop is the next version of the JK flip-flop, and that flip-flop is the master slave JK flip-flop. The two flip-flops we use, one flip-flop acts as a master and second flip-flop acts as a slave. Okay, so the toggle condition means the output changes from one state to the other state when J is equals to K equals to 1 and clock pulse is equals to 1. This is advantageous, and the disadvantage is the race around condition. The race around condition means when the j equals to 1, k equals to 1, but the clock pulse having long high time period. At the end of the clock pulse, we cannot define either the flip-flop goes into the set condition or in reset condition. Obviously, there is a toggle, but that toggle may be reset or that toggle may be this set. Okay, so if you understood this video lecture, then hit the like button, subscribe the channel and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching the video. Take care.